Trip. We are closer to the launch. What's up, guys? This is a random, just live and thought. I've been watching a lot of, rideshare related news, and it's just looking like more and more grim for Uber and Lyft. Uh, you know, not the companies as well as the drivers. And, as I am excited about the pending launch, official launch of Tryp, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, we need help. We need help. What's up, Virginia? And by that, I mean, this is going to be a company, right? Tryp is launching as a company that's going to be like driver oriented, right? It's not going to be a bunch of corporate bigwigs, trying to get around drivers, with a bunch of legalese and, just corporate legal loopholes to keep them. They can keep protesting. They can keep, these Uber tubers. This is really, I mean, what I'm about to say is really for the people that have the reach, the influence. I'm talking about the Uber tubers, okay? I'm not gonna name them. They know who they are, and you guys can search them as well on YouTube, right? These Uber tubers. These guys that have 10, 20, 30,000 subscribers, right? Most of whom are drivers, and these drivers pretty much depend on them for updates and news and, getting things together, things of that nature. And I'm watching, I'm like, man, you guys, I don't want to say that it's like a losing battle, but it kind of is when it comes to it's like beating a dead horse. They're trying to plead with the giants, Uber and Lyft. Please just pay us more. Please. Meanwhile, we have a company getting ready to come out that is going to give the driver everything that they want in terms of the pay that they're going to make, right? They're going to pay a flat fee and be able to earn 100% of their fare plus tips. I think it would be, in their best interest to, at the very least, look, I'm not telling you guys, I'm talking to the Uber tubers right now. I'm not telling you guys to, stop what you're doing and just promote Tryp. You're going to want to see the app come out. You're going to want to see us, generate a little something. And I know you guys are going to eventually come, but the answer, right, the solution to all your woes, when it's time, is by just standing with us and promoting. Because I went live the other day, and I actually uploaded a video the other day. And let me can I get some thumbs up and likes if you guys are watching? Am I making sense right now? Let me show you my video, and make sure you watch that. So watch this video right here that I uploaded the other day. Okay, Tryp June launch cities, when will it be, and whatever. And you're gonna get to see me talking about, for example, the market tracker, right? We got the market tracker. So for example, it's gonna have a counter here. It's gonna be refreshed and updated for sure. But let's say, for example, for Miami, right? This is yet to be updated, but I'm here in Miami, right? Major city. A lot of the Uber tubers are out in Southern California and LA area. So, like, as long as the app works, as long as the back office works, the only thing left is us. We need to create the demand, and that is where I believe these Uber tubers, these influencers, are gonna come in. Because, for a big market like Miami, or Southern Florida, right? South Florida. Including Broward County, Palm Beach, we're going to need about 4,000 drivers to cover this area. I'm sure we can get started. We can get launched with about 1,000, 1,500, right? Because, we need to get started. But we want to, we can't just launch every major market. We're going to need a few, pilot. Let's call it pilot. We're going to need a few pilot cities, right? To make sure, to kind of be the beta testers and get things going and make sure it works and the drivers are getting paid, all that type of good stuff. We get our Tryp Go centers opened up, right? These are the physical locations. But I think it's time, right? Because recently the Uber tubers have been spending a lot of time on, it's a lot. I don't know how they do it, man. It's a lot of stuff to go over, from this this IPO that just passed with Uber a couple of weeks ago, and then last month was Lyft's, and they're just not doing right by the driver. You think that by them having made the headlines, right? Newspaper, media outlets, they don't care about you guys. They don't care. So, with that said, get involved with a company that is getting ready to shake things up. The business model is just perfect, right? I'm loving the business model. You're talking about a company that's going to be able to be profitable within the first year, okay? Not 5, 6, 7, a decade later like Uber, and they're still not profitable. They're burning hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars, right, annually. Meanwhile, you know, who got rich? Who got richer once this IPO came out? It was early investors, it was the big wigs, it was the corporate people. It was the CEOs, it was the founders and all that. But what about the driver? Did they have any stock options? Did they have any money? Did they have any money to be able to invest? Did they have $10,000? Did they have $20,000 lying around to go invest in stock? A stock that, right, you don't know where it's gonna go? You're talking about a long-term investment, and I don't think it's gonna be good. You know, we're trying to be the Amazon of transportation. Dr. Crypto, what's up? You were live recently. Crypto, Dr. Crypto, man, if you want to take a look at something that's going to potentially put a high 5 figure, 6 figures in your pocket monthly, residually, you want to take a look at Tryp. You ask what Tryp is? Hold on, let me help you out. For the latecomers, TrypRides.com. You might want to take a look at what's going on in the rideshare industry, okay? And if you have no idea, I created a little website too. I need to revamp it, but thatridesharething.com, okay, you're gonna get to see this video. You know, we've kind of been in pre-launch, soft launch for the past several months, but we're ready to go next month. Take a look at this, man. Take a look at what's going on. Ricky, what's up? So I'm talking about these Uber tubers. You know, they've been spending a lot, and kudos to them, man. Shout out to them. Like, they're doing a great job. They're doing a great job in covering all of this stuff, making sense of it for the little guy, right? The driver, being kind of a voice, being that influencer. Shout out to all of them in that regards. But, you know, I am telling you guys, if you're watching this, and I know some of you guys follow me or, you know, might bump into my videos, start paying attention to what Tryp, and don't be so negative. Don't be so standoffish. We have received we've received a lot of good, I guess, reviews or, well, you can't really review a company that's not out yet. What's the word I'm looking for? I've gained a lot of interest from existing rideshare drivers, but there could be more. There needs to be more. There should be more. You know, I'm on Facebook. I'm in these groups a lot. Yeah, every once in a while it'll slip a little, you know, a little shameless plug of Tryp will slip, either from me or other people. And they're so standoffish. I'm like, damn, you guys are in these Facebook groups pissed off at, you know, Uber and Lyft, right? You guys are not, you know, you're showing screenshots of them taking 40, 50% of your fare, right? The surges aren't working. Like, you're not getting this, you're not getting that, you want more. But then when somebody mentions Tryp, it's a pyramid scheme, scam. We need these Uber tubers. We need this is help. We can't get anywhere, right? Because Tryp is not going in the direction of, and I'm gonna catch up to your comments in a few. Let me finish my point. This is the reason that I made this video. Tryp is not going in the direction of these typical Silicon Valley technology companies. And what I mean by that is, and if you watch my last video, you'll see these companies, they're in it for the quick buck, a lot of them. And you can tell they're in it for that, those $100 million checks, those $1 billion checks, and going public. They're not in it for the little guy. They're not in it for the driver. They don't give a damn. They're trying to replace drivers. All right. So, an app comes out, and this is with Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, all these like app companies, right? They just want to get their value up, go public, cash out in the billions. Same thing happened so Tryp is not going in that direction in terms of getting venture capitalist money, getting hundreds of millions of dollars. So when people see Tryp, they expect it subconsciously. They expect it to be like Uber, well, let me know when it's in this city. Let me know when it's in that city. When is it gonna? No, the way it's looking right now, we need to create the momentum. We need to create the demand. It's up to us, and we're gonna get paid very well for it. Okay, so they're not going the traditional route of spending hundreds of millions. Wouldn't that be better if that money went into our pocket, and the company can be profitable and can support us, and we can scale up the right way? Can I get let me get some likes and thumbs up? Am I making sense right now? Let me get some likes and thumbs up. So, if you're asking me, oh, when is it gonna be in Shreveport, Louisiana or something? That's up to you, my man. That's up to you. You don't have to be a driver. Clearly, I'm not a driver, Dr. Crypto. So you need to take a look at what's going on here. You can make a lot of money by putting existing drivers on. Existing drivers and people who want to drive and people who want to spread the word. And you can get paid by getting people to, once they download the app, you can get paid every time they use the service. Because remember, people will always need a ride from A to B, right? Not everybody has a car of their own and they travel, right? People will always need a ride, and people will always be available to give them that ride. So with that said, if you do not know anything about rideshare industry, go to the websites that I showed you. If you have no idea what's going on, I think people still think this is some MLM thing or getting people who are influencers or whatever to drive. Like you can make money in several ways, okay, to get part of this rideshare industry. This is major, okay, major. If you don't know what's going on, what's been happening with Uber, major Tryp, okay? This is no little shit. Let me, hold on. Somebody asked a question. Does Tryp do the same background checks as Uber? When it comes to that, yes. When it comes to certain things, like that's just the standard. Of course, they're gonna be background checks for drivers. You're gonna get insurance and all that type of stuff. I mean, the same thing that's standard with rideshare industry. I'm not talking about specifically Uber. I'm not talking about specifically when you're talking about transportation. Freedom for Felons. I like that name. I'm about to own the Raleigh market. You heard it here first. 5/21/19. Screenshot that. I'm gonna hold you to it. But yeah, Dr. Crypto, or anybody who's watching who has no idea what I've been rambling about, if you want to give yourself an hour or two to learn how, without driving, without being a driver, you can actually get involved with this. And Dr. Crypto, you actually have a following, somewhat. A lot of these crypto hopefuls probably already drive for Uber, Lyft. They do some type of gig, Postmates, Grubhub, right? They're gonna be interested in this information. A lot of people are gonna be interested in this information. So, yeah, man. Come on, 35 of you guys watching. If you guys want me to, I'm just about done. If you want me to continue, maybe I'll answer some questions. Maybe I can, get into more detail. Let me get up to 10 likes. I'm at 7 right now. Let me get a few. Do a little for me, and I'll do for you guys. But help me get the attention of these Uber tubers as well. Come on, let me get to 10 likes. All right, thank you guys. I just want to know you guys are alive, and feel free to comment, man. Feel free to comment. Don't just watch. Let's be interactive. So yes, help, okay? This is not like a negative plea for help. This is like, yo, I just realized for us to be successful, it's on us. It's not on The corporate is going to do, corporate is, coming out with the app. Corporate is coming out with the back office, right? They're going to have physical locations and things of that nature. But when it comes to the real grassroots effort, that's on us, and we're going to get handsomely rewarded for that. Okay? So it's up to us to create the demand. So yes, I'm talking to the Uber tubers among, everybody else. It's up to us. Nice one says, I'm loving your vlog. It is taking my mind off of living in a shelter. Wow. My mother kicked me out the house after I scratched my butt on the edge of some of her chairs. I don't, you got me there. I don't know if you're the end of the, whatever. All I have to say is if you're homeless, if you're in a shelter, you might want to take a look at this opportunity, because you can get involved for relatively cheap and be able to do something for yourself once this comes out. Dr. Crypto, I don't want to get into the full presentation here because that's what the videos are for. And not only that, it would take a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm not about to just from scratch do a presentation. So I highly urge you, okay, to take a look at Tryp, to take a look at what's been going on in the past several months with the rideshare industry, with the IPO, right? You come from the crypto. I met you in the crypto thing, right? You know about ICOs, right? With crypto, there's been an IPO with Uber and Lyft recently, and take a serious look. I made a post earlier today, Game of Thrones and the Avengers is done, right? Or whatever. I don't know anything about any of them. I don't watch them. But so I made a joke like, okay, well, now you people have an extra hour or two per week to make money, to do something. I highly Dr. Crypto has been hurt by BitConnect. Yeah, man, get away from that stuff. Highly urge you to take a look at what's going on in the rideshare industry and how Tryp is going to be a major force and how it's going to disrupt it. Yeah, I don't know what you've been up to, Dr. Crypto. It's cool. I'm not, making fun of you, but since you're on this video, since you're asking questions, I highly urge you to, and follow me on Facebook too, by the way. Like I go live maybe once a week or whatever, but I'm really on Facebook. Hold on. Okay, follow my Facebook account where you're gonna see me talk about it, every day, every other day. Okay, follow me, take a screenshot. I'm sure you can remember how I look like. I have a few accounts, but this is my main one. All right, I told my people I'm live now. So yeah. Yeah, let me see some comments. I can see why anyone might scream Ponzi. Yeah, I haven't fully read your comment, Dr. Crypto. I can see why anyone might scream Ponzi. That's because the people who scream Ponzi are the ones who take a look at this opportunity for 2 minutes. They see a couple of numbers, they see network marketers getting involved with it, and they overlook that this is an actual legitimate rideshare company attempting to come out with a real service. People get picked up, people get dropped off. There's a driver in between taking them from point A to point B. They get paid. The driver gets paid. I don't know how much you know about rideshare or not, but this is a legitimate company with a legitimate service coming out that's doing legitimate things, getting licensed legitimately and everything. This is not no bullshit internet MLM thing that's coming out like we've been involved with BitConnect and all. This ain't no bullshit. So yeah, the people who take a look at it for 2 minutes, yeah, it's a scam, The people who really sit down and take a look at it for half an hour, they study, they start taking a look at the rideshare industry, yeah, they're gonna see Tryp is like real, okay? And if you're still watching, one more thing that I'm gonna show you guys. So this is a video I want you to watch. Another video I want you to watch so you can see how real this is, okay? How this is a real world thing. Hold on, let me go to my videos. right? So you can see how it's a real world thing. Because I've been seeing all Take a look at this video where I talk to a real Uber driver, Uber Lyft driver, fed up and underpaid. These are his words. So if you know if you know nothing about what's going on, watch this video. Watch this video. Okay, let me read some comments. Brandon David, Greg, the only issue currently is that they haven't launched. That's it. Let's see a test market launch and then let's roll. I think it's hard for anyone to jump on board when the company isn't actively giving rides yet. That's a fact. But it's gonna take a few people to jump off that cliff. I'm one of them. Okay, I'm gonna sign up or I'm gonna upgrade. I'm already a member. I'm already an influencer. I'm gonna upgrade as a driver once it's active in our market. I have a 2-seater. I'm about to have to get another car. I'm involved. I'm with it. Okay, and I'm getting other drivers who want to take that chance. We can't sit down and twiddle our thumbs. Somebody's gonna have to say, you know what, I'm gonna give this a chance. What better do I have, right? Some of these Uber tubers, they literally spend their days criticizing Uber, asking, pleading for better, right? And then on the bottom of their videos, on the descriptions, they have the Uber links. So they just finished explaining how terrible Uber is, what's going on, how they're not listening, how the owners are not listening, but then they have their Uber links on them. What do you have to lose by joining Tryp once the app launches? What do you have to lose? So yeah, no, once the app is launched at some point in June, then yeah. But yeah, Brandon Davis says, I think the concept is great. Lyft and Uber drivers already pay well over $199 a month in fees. So anyone complaining about that who drives or doesn't for Uber is stupid. Thank you. I did watch your video with that driver. It was a real example of what the Uber Lyft drivers are going through. Exactly. So since you guys are watching me, I want you guys to start commenting on these other Uber tubers videos. Get their attention, because I'm trying to get their attention now. Like, I sat back for 6 months already. I'm like, yo, now it's time. You're going to start seeing me like, yo, guys, it's time. As we get closer to the official launch, finally, it's time. Michael Tavares, these YouTubers are annoying. All they talk about is Uber this and Uber that. And it's getting pretty annoying, to be honest. That's why I made this video. That's why I'm live right now. I'm like, yo, you guys are doing a lot of homework. You guys are, like I said, I respect that you guys came up in the Uber and Lyft, but it's like, yo, there's a company coming out that's gonna give the drivers the power. These guys have no idea the power they have, because not only to get the company moving, but the amount of money they're gonna make just off of their following. They have 20,000, like there's one guy that has 20,000, let me keep a round number, 20,000 subscribers. Out of those 20,000 subscribers, I think it's safe to say at least 1,000 of those, 1,000 of those drivers are active. They follow him, they drive, they make money, right? Not a lot, but they're earning. They might be full time. I think it's safe to say 1,000 of those guys that watch him. If he gave the green light with Tryp, that's 1,000 new drivers, coming on board. And not to say that like, first of all, it's going to take a while for Tryp to obviously, get some momentum, get people downloading the app so they can get rides and people start making money and stuff like that. It's going to take a while, right? It's not going to be overnight, but they don't have to stop driving Uber, Lyft, and doing whatever else they do. It's not like you're coming on Tryp and, okay, well, am I making 10,000 a month yet or what? It's not, it's going to take a while. But look at the amount of people who drive Uber and Lyft. That's a problem in itself. That's an example in itself of like, well, that's the reason there's no loyalty. So it's not going to be a big deal for an influencer to say, hey, check this out. So all they're going to need to see is that the app works, the app is released, the app can be downloaded, and they can pay their initial fee and get going. Yes, you're going to have to pay a fee. You're going to have to get going. Like, you're going to have to take a little leap of faith. Tryp is not going down the route of Uber and Lyft. Even Uber, you're right. Ricky Mercado goes, when you're doing your research, be ready for the fake news blogs shitting on Tryp. It's better to go to the actual source than someone with an opinion on something. Tryp CEO does weekly Facebook Live updates. Exactly. Exactly. Stop paying attention to, I don't know what's in it for them. I don't know why they're so standoffish about Tryp. I don't understand how you can criticize and beg. These guys have been begging Uber and Lyft for years. Begging, pleading, pay us better, treat us fairly. All this manipulation going on with the app and stuff like that. Everything that goes on, I've had enough. So I'm going to be speaking up. I'm going to be speaking up more. Hopefully you guys can help me, because this is for the people. Let me read some comments. Tryp will pay 100% fares, wait and cancellation. People see what it takes. People see what it takes for that to happen, and they scream scam. They don't see the vision. Yeah, a lot of people don't see the vision. It's crazy. Let me, check this out. Check this out, man. I don't know what's wrong with this right here. Drivers keep 100% of the fare and tip. And drivers only pay a low monthly fee of $79.99. This is a new thing, by the way. Let me show you what's meant by that. Boom. We had a bunch of people crying about, why is it going to be $199 a month? Boo. Well, guess what? We have other tiers that they've added, lower tiers. We got the Tryp Ride side hustle, $79.99 a month, up to 60 rides per month. So that means you can 60 rides a month, that comes out to like $1 something, like $1.20, $1.30 per ride. And remember, you're keeping 100% of the fare plus tip. So you could very well make like full-time income with 60 rides. If you get 60 rides that maybe cost the rider, let's say, somebody do some quick math for me, $50 or $100. Let's say an average of $50 or something. That's a little too high, actually. Let's say, give me a good number of like an average ride, like, from the beach to the airport or the beach to downtown. Let's say it's like $15. So let's say 60 rides at $15. Let me do some quick math. Pardon my cracked screen. I know I have so let's say you do 60 rides and the average ride is like $15. That's $900. That's $900 that you made for a side hustle, paying $79, right? It could be more, it could be less. That's not including tips. So whatever, that's a side hustle, right? That's for people who side hustle. Then the numbers can go up, you get 120 rides a month for $139, and then you get the granddaddy of them all, everything for $199 a month. That's not a lot to ask, because these drivers are paying way more than that when you break it down in fees for Uber and Lyft. So, I mean, there's a lot. There's the rewards, if you're just a free rider, it's great. What's up? I think there's some dolphins playing out there in the bay. I see like the water churning, and I think fish are jumping. I love when the dolphins come. Yeah, I think they're out there. Yep. You guys want to look at them? Got to bring some drones. I may be getting people to drive word of mouth. Still want to know how the company will market the product. Yeah. Okay. How can pardon my little mini frustration of seeing a question when, you're on the live right now, so clearly you're not going through the information, Dr. Crypto. So for you and for anybody else who's has no idea what's going on, how can I put it this way? You know what Uber and Lyft are, right? Duh. Uber and Lyft, rideshare companies. They've been out for about 6, 7, 8 years, in many cities worldwide. 10 years ago, it was weird for me to get on my phone and click a button, right? And open an app, and in 3 minutes, in 5 minutes, I have a ride. I can go from point A to point B. I'm getting in a stranger's car, in his own car, not a taxi. 10 years, let me ask you a question, Dr. Crypto. 10 years ago, if I told you you're gonna get picked up by a stranger in his own car to take you to the airport or something, you'd be like, what the fuck? That's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? 10 years ago. Now it's like nothing. I'm just gonna order. Okay, good. So 10 years later, 2019, it's nothing to just order a ride. I don't know where I have never seen this person in my life. I don't know who he might have killed before he picked me up. Gonna take me from point A to point B. Dr. Crypto to Dr. Tryp. Okay, so now that we understand rideshare is a real thing, right? Right? Multi-billion, multi-trillion dollar industry, right? We understand this. You might not know that the majority of these drivers are pissed off, okay? Protesting, getting underpaid. These drivers work 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week. There's a lot of comments starting to come in now. Let me just focus. I can't read. Let me finish my point. Stay on this live, by the way. Don't leave this live if I'm talking to you, Dr. Crypto. Stay on here. So a lot of drivers would love, let me rewind. A lot of these drivers, right? When I first knew about Uber and Lyft, I thought that maybe Uber was taking like 15%, maybe 20% of the fare. So let's say if it's $100 trip somewhere, $100 ride, the driver would walk away with or drive away with $80, $85. I used to think that. That's not the case. So that same $100 ride, for the most part, these drivers are only seeing like 50, 60. They'll be lucky if they get more than 60, okay? Uber's taking a major part of their fare, okay? The app is being manipulated. There's just a lot of issues, okay? And you'll see that's why they're striking, protesting, all that stuff, right? That goes on with major corporations. This is a real thing going on right now. What if I can tell these drivers, me as an influencer, I'm not a driver, okay? I'm gonna be a driver, and I'm gonna tell you why I wanna be a driver too. What if I can tell that same driver, right? Look, this same driver that was pissed off, and I'm gonna show a little bit of this clip. And I told this driver, hey, what if you paid $199 a month, flat fee, up front, $199 a month for access to the app, and you get to keep 100% of your fare plus tips? The driver would be ecstatic. They'd be like, really? Cool. Because remember, there are drivers who pay $199 to Uber for a couple of days of driving. So what if they were able to keep their 100% of they have their own business, they have their own merchant account. So what that means is every time a rider leaves their car, that money is deposited into their merchant account. So it's theirs, it's their money, it's in their account for them to withdraw, to do whatever they want to do with. And it's not like the money goes up to Uber and then gets divvied up back down to the driver. No. The next day or 2 days, I don't know how it works. They get paid instantly as soon as that ride is over. Just with me telling you that, is that awesome, Dr. Crypto? Just with me telling you that. LW says, just tuned in. Is now the best time to upgrade to driver influencer? Yes. That's it. Dr. Crypto said yes, just by telling you that alone. Okay, so now what if I told you as an influencer, for putting these drivers on, the market already exists. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're not coming into something. Uber and Lyft already did the groundwork. They already got into cities. Ride sharing is a thing. The taxi industry got destroyed. The taxi industry is done. Okay, so we're giving this platform to an already existing industry, right? That needs it, that wants it, that once they take a look at it, once it's launched, whoa, I want parts of this. So now, what if me as an influencer Let me keep a very conservative number. Okay, I'm living life to make six figures, right? Minimum. I want to make six figures a year. So what does it take to make six figures? About 8,000 a month. Let's just keep it round. Let's say 10,000 a month. 10 times 12 months is 120. 120,000 a year income. Is that a fair income starting off or whatever, Dr. Crypto? Right now I'm having a conversation with Dr. Crypto. He's the noob right now. Never, doesn't know what's going on. Okay, yes, that's 120,000 a year, 10K a month. What if I told you to make $10,000 a month, I just need an organization of 400 drivers? 400 drivers that already drive. I don't have to reteach them how to use an app. I don't have to teach them how to pick people up and follow GPS. None of that stuff. 400 drivers. Let me put that in perspective, Dr. Crypto. I live in Miami. There are probably 400 drivers in this little, right downtown. There are probably 400 drivers in this little thing alone. We're not talking about the beach. We're not talking about here. 400 drivers in one little section alone. Okay? There are probably 400 drivers waiting at the airport right now on queue, waiting to pick people up. Exactly, Ricky. And you don't need to recruit all those 400 drivers. Dr. Crypto, would you spend some time, referring some people? Some people who knew drivers, some people who own fleets, some people who might manage restaurants or hotels or, where they can get access to influencing a driver to enroll. Dr. Crypto, I'm waiting. Do you think that's difficult? I'm talking about one city. I'm talking about one little area. I'm not even talking about the US. 400 drivers. Don't ask any questions yet. I don't think it's difficult to do. Voila, let me continue. So that's on the driver side of things. Now, Dr. Crypto, have you ever used Uber or Lyft? Or have somebody ever sent you an Uber? Or have you sent somebody an Uber? Or, do you know friends? Do you know people who've driven it? Okay, cool. Good. Dr. Crypto, good. So you have an app, right? You can go to your phone and you can request an Uber. How did you hear about Uber, by the way? Whenever you start, how did you hear about it? And yeah, before I continue, how did you hear about Uber? Through an ad, I believe. Okay, it was probably a paid ad. Paid. What if that person got paid? What if that person, and then from a person who used it? Okay, cool. And if you look in your app right now on Uber, right, you can share it with anybody, right? You can share with anybody on your phone contact list. Say, hey, use my code Dr. Crypto 1234. You can get like $5 off your first ride or something like that, right? You can refer people, right? You can share the app and say, hey, use Uber so you can get a ride. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah, to get it, yeah, right. A little one-time discount, a little incentive, right, to download. They don't need to do that anymore because they're already here. They're already king. But in the beginning, it was like that. I think I remember when I was first heard about it or whatever. I think it was like $20 off your first ride. Like both people got $20 or whatever. Anyway, it's not like that anymore. But the bottom line is, what if you got paid, like paid, to tell people to download the app? Dr. Crypto, what if you got paid every time somebody used the app? Then I'd wonder how the business model is sustainable. I'll get to that later. Don't wonder. What if you got paid every time? Somebody had to have gotten paid for you. Let me. I'm trying to add. It would be great. Okay, great, cool. The way the company is going to get paid is like this. There's a flat booking fee. Okay, I believe it's $199. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ricky Mercado. Tryp gets paid in 5 ways. They're gonna get paid off the booking fee. Okay, I think it's like $1.99. What if I told you, okay, Dr. Crypto, I started this video talking about the influencers, right? The rideshare influencers. Some of these guys have 30,000 subscribers. What if they told their subscribers to download an app for free, right? What if they told them, hey, download this app on your phone, right? Google Play, your App Store, iOS. Download this app. Every time you use Tryp, right, to go from point A to point B, I'm gonna get paid 40 cents per ride. 40 cents. 40 cents. It's not a lot. Oh, it's a lot. Because let's just say 10,000 of those people download the app, right? Let's say 10,000 people download the app and they just use it one time a month. One time. The average person doesn't use it one time a month. Let's just say, to keep simple math, 10,000 people download the app and they use it one time a month. That's $4,000. 40 cents. That's $4,000. You didn't do shit. This is just people, regular habit. We're not changing anything. We're not, it's a very sustainable model because the company's making money off of the booking. The company's making money also off of, remember, the driver subscription fee, right? For the driver to go pick people up, they need to pay $199 a month. That money's going towards the company. A little bit of that is coming back to us in the form of residual income, residual commissions, month after month after month. So the driver's happy because he's going to be making 100% of his fare plus tips. He can create a book of business. He can pick people up. He has his own merchant account. He has his own business. He's paying $199 a month for that. Ricky Mercado's typing the ways the company gets paid. The company's sustainable. We're talking about Uber and Lyft that are 10 years in and they're not profitable yet. Everybody uses them. Everybody knows them. They have a fucked up business model. So, Ricky, yeah, the company is acting as the middleman between the driver and the customer. I get it. That's the problem, making money from drivers. What? Yeah, Sam Bill doesn't know math. Sam Bill doesn't know business either. I'm not gonna try to explain. Maybe Dr. Crypto. Dr. Crypto is new to listening to all of this. Dr. Crypto, can you help Sam Bill? I'm not gonna do it. Maybe Dr. Crypto, I'm gonna see if he knows already. So Sam Bill says that's the problem, making money from the drivers. Go ahead, Dr. Crypto, who's new at this. Let me see if you've taken anything from this. Nobody else say anything. Ricky, don't say anything. Okay. Exactly. Okay. Dr. Crypto says the company is acting as the middleman. The drivers have no platform otherwise. They're paying to gain business, basically. Kind of like a franchisee, right? Dr. Crypto, you know, Sam probably goes and eats at McDonald's and probably doesn't understand that whoever owns that McDonald's paid McDonald's to be there, like real estate, like a franchise. The drivers and riders are ignorant. They're time wasters. Yeah, a lot of people are ignorant, but hey, the people who are gonna make money are the ones that take the time to educate. You know, some people will get it, many won't. it's like Uber and Lyft. 10 years ago, it was ludicrous to get in a stranger's car and through an app, and we're not using taxis anymore. We're not gonna call a taxi and then wait for them to dispatch a driver, and it's gonna take like 20 minutes for them to find me, and there's no GPS, there's no app. That was crazy 10 years ago. What is the obligation for Tryp to promote the product? Yeah, I think Sam Bill is you have one more question before I block you. This isn't for you. You're gonna be one of those. Let me be nice. I'm gonna be nice. But shout out to everybody else who's watching, who gets it. Ricky Mercado, as an influencer, 60 drivers earns you 2K and 180 earns you 5K. Yeah. So by the way, there are two ways for us to get paid. Dr. Crypto, we can get paid off of the residual income from having an organization with drivers, and we're also going to get paid from riders, from users using the app and requesting rides. So it's going to be dope. The company is going to be able to be, with this business model, the company is going to be able to be profitable within a year. It's not going to be burning hundreds of millions of dollars. Why is it not going to be burning all this money? Because they're using us. And that's why I'm live right now. I'm saying, hey guys, help. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get this money. Let's create this community. Stop crying about Uber and Lyft. It's a wrap. This is a dub. They're not hearing us. They're not listening. They don't care. It's over with. Stop pleading with them. There's a company coming out that's going to cater to all of us. What do you do for a living, Sam Bill? Do you have a business? Do you own a business? I don't think so. Yeah, you're gonna research. You're gonna YouTube and Google Tryp. Listen to me. Don't listen to everybody else. Like you already did your research. Honestly, just go to my website. You're gonna find, it's a scam, it's a pyramid, and don't listen to any of that shit. The only thing that you're gonna need to see is that there's an app coming out that's gonna work, and a back office and everything in a system that that functions, that tracks, that does all that stuff. So once you see that working, we are expecting to have our first ride in mid-June, roughly the 15th. Could be a little earlier. But once you see that for real, then yeah, So in your research, and the product map. Yeah, don't go getting lost in hater blogs and shit. Thanks for converting Dr. Crypto. This is gonna make sense to a lot of people. The only question is it gonna make sense now or later? Oh, and by the way, Dr. Crypto, are you there? Are you around? I'm gonna show you one more cool thing. Let me know if you're still watching. Sam Bill says, yes, I do. You own a business? Do you own a business? Okay, Dr. Crypto. The best part about it is you can actually, if you have a Android, you can actually download the app, the beta. The app is in beta right now. It's not on iOS. You can download the app on Google Play on an Android and actually thumb around it. You can actually see how it's going to function. You can't request a ride yet. There are no drivers, but you can actually. What I'm trying to say is we're going into this. We've been at this for over 6 months now. The company already has over 25,000 registered people. either as a rider, a free rider, an influencer, a driver influencer, or a driver. One of those four things, and you're gonna see when you're on the website. You can't get in unless you have an actual referral code. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave my referral code. That's the best part of it, because you can't go see a billboard somewhere out there unless somebody paid for it or whatever. But you can't get in to download that app without a referral code. So guess what? Once you sign up, this is my code, Tryp Grego 1655. So what does that mean, Dr. Crypto? That means you will get credit for everything that gets, that you helped, you helped build Tryp. You're gonna get credit for that. So yes, this is us. This is up to us. And yes, we have update calls every Thursday. So you can do the research via, you said you just followed me on Facebook, right? Exactly, Jay. How can people still say Tryp is a pyramid? Laugh out loud. Do they know the hassle it takes to get a state and city licensed? Right. Exactly. And I think I put the link in one of my videos. Let me go back and check. I can show you a couple of the states that are licensed and approved. Like, this is a real thing that's going on here. People are always going to be ignorant to something when it's new. It doesn't matter. Like, I could find the cure for AIDS, which probably already has existed. I'm not going to get into that. But let's just say, for arguments, I don't want to use AIDS. Let's use cancer. I have the cure for cancer in this bottle, right? And I'm about to sell it. There will still be people, big pharmaceutical, or whatever, right? There will still be, forget big pharma. There will still be regular ignorant people that are gonna say, no, that's a scam. No, I don't want to. And let's say that I say, okay, I have the cure for cancer here, cancer cure, and I made it into like an affiliate marketing thing, like, get people to get cancer patients to buy this bottle, this cure, and I'll pay you. And we have like webinars about it and whatever. There will still be people saying, no, right? We're curing cancer. Who's gonna argue that? That's just humanity. That's just mankind. Doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter what type of solution you have, there will still be people against it. Some will just get it, in business, in sales, you just have to understand that. You just have to understand that that's just humankind. There will just always be people like, what's his name? Sam Bill, who was commenting earlier. There will always be people like that they do not understand a concept of something, and business and selling and promoting, any of that stuff. Yeah. Anybody reading Sam Bill's comment? McDonald's, for example, promote the product for the franchise owner. It's part of the contract. I think I know what you're trying to say. Tryp is giving us the opportunity to be business owners, be promoters, and get paid for it. Tryp is also going to do a lot of the legwork. What's the problem? They're going to do things as well. They're going to promote. They're going to, make sure, there's business development in every market. They're going to get the Tryp Go centers going. What is the problem, man? Do you not want this to succeed? Like, what's the problem, Sam Bill? Oh yeah, let me find that. Give me a second. But yeah, Dr. Crypto, don't be like Sam Bill. I don't think and the funny thing is you've probably known about Tryp for a long time. The only reason I gave Dr. Crypto the time of day is because we have a little bit of history from a couple years ago, and it made for a good example of showing, of explaining this as simply as I can without getting into the compensation plan and the full business model. I just broke it down and speaking to like a regular person if I was to see on the street. But I think you've been looking at Tryp a long time and you just want to bother me. You just want to play devil's advocate. Like you haven't you haven't like really watched my other videos, etc. So yeah. You have two options. You just shut up and wait till it comes out, or you become part of it. I don't know. I don't know where you're coming from. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, freedom for felons. Bad example. The franchise owner paid $1 million. And remember, speaking of McDonald's, you pay $1 million to go through the whole hamburger university and get the location and the real estate, all that type of stuff. You're not going to be profitable for at least a few years. At least. What does the average owner make? What, like $250 a year? Low six figures? And you pay millions of dollars. You gotta think you got overhead, you got employees you gotta pay, you gotta keep the place clean, you gotta put billboards, you gotta do a lot of stuff as an actual franchisee. With Tryp, you're paying a couple of $100s. You're not paying millions. You're not paying hundreds of thousands. You're paying you don't have to come from any background. Speaking of freedom for felons, perfect. This is Tryp is freedom for felons because you don't have to, you might not be able to drive because of the felon thing or whatever but you can become a promoter. You can become an influencer. It doesn't matter what your background is. You can make money. You can just get started with this, pay a couple $100s and make money and make way more and make more in a month. Right? Once everything is launched, everything's said and done, you can make more in a month than what a traditional franchise owner of a McDonald's, Subway, whatever, right? A Papa John's, or I'm just throwing franchises out there. Make way more than them with way less overhead. What are you gonna spend money on? What, some business cards? I'm gonna make some free videos on YouTube. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how little we gotta pay to make money. Kendrick Flores, how can I help prompt this service? I have 100K followers on Insta. Whoa. Add me right now. Right now. Right now. What's your Instagram? I'm gonna add me. Don't put your Instagram out there. Add me, Boy Thunder NYC, BOY Thunder NYC. I'm gonna show you exactly how you can use your following to make some money, and anybody else can follow me too. DM me right now. Don't worry about the cracked screen. This is my good luck phone. Boy Thunder NYC.
In terms of the pricing, it's always an alchemy. It's more of an art than a science.
But add me.
The last private round they were raising it at like $48 a share. So that already set sort of the bar for what it was supposed to be. And I think that's playing the last round of investing and getting pitched a deal like Lyft or Uber. And Charlie says only one thing. If it has no cash flow, just say no. And I have listened to my little Charlie ever since the late 90s, and I've been right 100 100% of the time. This company is valueless. It doesn't have any cash flow. It's a speculation. It's no different than putting your money down on red or black in Vegas than giving money to one of these losers. Or like the way I like to
He tore onto their ass. He tore their ass up. That's a fact. Will I get paid to promote this on my Instagram? Yes, yes you will. You will get paid. You will get paid very well. Message me right now. That's all I gotta tell you. I'll show you what you need to do. Valueless. He said, this company is valueless. Kendrick Flores, hit me up now. I don't see a DM. Let me see. Hit me up ASAP. ASAP. Yeah, leave this live video, add me, and then come back. Oh wait, I got a request. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 133. Oh yeah. Let me unfollow you right now. College. Oh, you'll crush this. If this is real followers and you can, yeah. Like I wouldn't mind paying. I wouldn't mind taking a little money out of my pocket to help you out, to do a little, you know, paid ad. But then eventually you can use this. Let me see your. Okay. Oh, you know what to do. Okay, it's one of those type of accounts. You just started it though, right? 4 days ago. If these are real followers, it says 429 post. Let me see. Too common. Sorry. Okay, this one got a bunch of comments. I'm a little on your account, but either which way, man, you can make money to promote. You can make money to promote. So, for you to find out, oh, by the way, here, go. Go to thatridesharething.com, okay, so you can find out how the company pays, all that stuff, okay? Leave your name and email. I'm not gonna spam you. You're just gonna get notified when we are launched. And so thatridesharething.com, okay? Then follow me on Facebook. And yeah. All right, I've been on for over an hour. Let me catch up to some things. Appreciate it. Ricky Mercado is gonna be. Shout out to Ricky Mercado. Go follow him too. He's gonna be major with this Tryp movement. But this is what I want you guys to do. If you're still watching, when this video is uploaded, when it has a link, share this video with Uber Lyft influencers. Let's start getting their attention. Don't bother them, but let's just say, hey, we need help. We need help. My Instagram is BoyThunderNYC. One more time. Pardon the crack screen. This is my mate. This is my lucky phone. Boy Thunder NYC. This was another good thread. Feel free to comment on this as well. Let me get some feedback. You know, people still don't get it. A lot of people still don't get it. They don't understand. They don't get it. All right, then add me. All right, people, let me get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We had a great session, man.